Hello everyone. So in continuation of GL topic, we will learn about interest calculations in SAP, how interest is calculated and what configuration is required in SAP system. We will first go with introduction of this interest, what is interest calculation, what is interest, what types of interest SAP support, and what customization configuration is required, and then we will run end user transactions. What is interest? So interest is nothing but the charges you pay, amount you pay when you get a loan from bank. Right? So there are many types of loans, but at high level, interest is something that you pay. That's the bank business, right? That's how bank makes money. So we have three types of interest calculations in SAP system. So the type 1 is balance interest calculation. Type 2 is item interest calculation, and third one is penalty interest. So balance interest calculation is defined as type S. So SAP call them as type S, and type P is for item interest calculation, and Z is for penalty interest. So type S is used for general ledger accounts, type P is used for vendor and customer related interest, and Z is for all types of interest. So when you have a GL balance, you use S, and you have like vendors, you have to pay vendor and you're not paying, after the date or something. So the vendor will start charging you interest, right? So more you late in payment, more interest you will pay. Same for the customers, right? You can charge them interest. So that is type P. So we'll go with first one, type S, as we are in general ledger. So these are the configuration steps. First we need to define interest calculation types, right? The types I showed you, those types, mostly they are available, but we will copy and create our own. Then we will prepare account balance interest calculation, and then we will define our reference interest rates, what rate you want to charge as interest, right? Then we will define a time dependent terms, and then we'll enter some interest values, and then we will create interest GL account where the interest will post, and then we will create one loan account. We will get the loan, system will calculate on that amount interest, right? So this term loan account will be created, and then this is just explanation, and then we will do some automatic posting, right? Automatically system will post to those GLs. It's all configuration, and then we will post general transaction tree in SAP system. We'll get the loan, term loan receipts, your bank balance will increase, and then after we do it, we will calculate our interest, right? F dot 52. These many steps we need to perform. So OB46, or you can go to SPRO, go to SAP reference IMG, and then we will go to financial accounting, new, general ledger accounting, new, business transactions, and then bank account interest calculation, interest calculation global parameters, settings, and then we'll go define interest calculation types. That's how you follow the manual that I have uploaded in Teams, the file, the Word file, define, or you can go OB46. Now we will go and with new entries, or we can copy, we have already copied, or you can go new entries. Right. So we'll calculate, we'll give the name, the interest ID, right? What ID we can give? What is our company code? 2222, right? We can give,
Yes, 2222.
right, so we give B2, right? You can give interest, anything you can, right? And better give your company code so you can see. Now in the next column you see interest calculation type. You will see all those three types I just shown you, right? P interest, balance interest, Z, right? So we'll choose balance interest calculation for general ledger, S, right? Click on save. Save under your transport request. Bankish, what is transport request in SAP?
Transport request is when we are. I'm sorry if I say something wrong. Don't mind it, please. But I will try my level best to bring them up to my knowledge and my
Okay.
education. What I know, transport request is a data. We transport request. It is in the back end. We have that data, but task to be performed, whatever task we perform. But so it goes backhand in data. So it sends a transport request and backhand of that file. So that's what I know.
Okay.
Maybe I didn't explain properly or I explained wrong.
Okay. So, be simple, right? Transport TR, right? We call it as a SAP lingo TR. TR stands for transport request. As its name suggests, this is a request to transport changes. Changes mean development. Like for example, I have defined my interest calculation type B2. That was a change I did in SAP system. Now TR is part of the change management process in any company, where once you define something, system in SAP will save your changes into transport request, into TR. TR is like a vehicle that will carry your changes, development, customization from one server to another server. So this is the carrier of your data
TR is
changes.
a request which carries the system from one server to
another server. In SAP system, changes, whatever you do changes in any client, any server, right? Changes means you develop something, right? You are a developer, right? You develop SAP, right? Now you're developing finance module, and in finance module you are developing interest calculation settings. Now within interest calculation settings, in our example, I defined interest calculation type. This is a change, this is a development I did. Now when I change and save it, system will save my changes into transport request. Then when I will need to do the same setting in any other client, in any other server, I don't need to repeat all those steps on a other server. Only I will on that server I will only provide that transport request system will copy all data entry changes I did in this client into other client. So that is
Can we
also,
can
it's
we say
also save, it's also handy and saves a lot of your time, because in SAP system developments are done using 3 different server: development server, QA server, production server. You don't do development in production live server, rather you do in development first, then you move to QA, user will test, then user will give you a sign off that yes, whatever was the requirement, it's properly configured, they will test, and then you will move from QA to production. That's how the developments are done. Changes are done in SAP system. Now I did one change because we have only one server, right? In real-time scenario, you work on 3 different servers. Now, what is the TR? I asked you, right? TR is used to transport your changes from one server to another server. Now, next step is prepare account balance interest calculation, OBBA, right? Now we'll go and use the new entries, go and do the B2 same, right? You can use, if your company is 555, you can use B. It's up to you. B is for balance, right? I just use a random name, right? You can do anything. Now, interest calculation frequency, right? Go F4, monthly. I will calculate interest monthly, right? You can do 2 month, 3 month. It's up to you. Okay. Calendar type. Calendar type, right? SAP offers a lot of calendars, right? 360 days, 365 days, 28 days February, So we will use G as a standard, 365 days, right? Now, so I will check this balance plus interest. Let's say I have 1 lakh loan from bank. I took 1 lakh loan from bank, dollar, and then when system calculate, I'm mentioning here balance plus interest. So when system calculate the interest, it will calculate on that balance principal and then add the interest accordingly. Check this box, right? Now remaining all steps are,
we have to check the box for to calculate the interest, right?
yes, balance plus interest. We have to check this, and then don't do any other changes and then save it.
ये क्या है सर ये interest calculation frequency 1.
Yeah, I'm telling what calendar type I will use, right? There are different types of calendar, right? 360 days, 365 days. I choose G. How you want to calculate the interest? I want to calculate monthly. I'm just giving the parameters, right, and ID, and then save it. Understood? Now next is interest rate, reference interest rate. Go back. Okay, now it's in business transactions, balance interest calculation, and then it is in interest calculation, define reference interest rates, right? You see here. Now same repetition. You will go to new entries, follow the guide, and then we will go to B2. Same I can give, use the same reference interest rate, B2, long text reference rate for 2222 company code. You can give any text. It's freely defined text. Reference rate. Okay, date from, right, beginning of the year. Date from beginning of the year, you can say 01 01 2019. Give the currency INR, right? And then save it. And key already exists with the same key, right? Did we create it already? No. B2. Oh, somebody created already. I think so. This class is over. Give me a second. So we will delete it. So go to new entries. Go B2. Reference rate, right? For company code 2222, and then you can give the description. Reference rate. It's applicable from beginning of the year, right? And the currency code is INR. Just save it. Data was saved. Now define time dependent terms. Go back. Time dependent terms. Go to new entries. There's a T code is OBAC. So I'll give B2. Currency key is INR. Effective from beginning of the year 2020, and sequential number 1, right? Now terms, we can choose credit. You know, when you have credit interest, right, and balance interest calculation, this one, because you know there when you repay, right, loan, it's reverse, right? And you get the loan and you pay the loan, right? So that's why it has different keys, different options. So you have to choose credit, right? When you take the loan, it's a credit balance. When you give back the loan or repay the loan, it's a debit balance, right? So credit balance interest, you have to choose this credit balance interest, and reference interest rate is, we have already defined B2. You will see your B2, B2. Search B2. This is B2. To choose this, right? And then save it. Save under your transport request. Now you can go next, right? Sequential number. So you have to choose the new entries, right? Same B2. Currency key, this is the same INR. Beginning of the year. Now you will give sequential number 2, right? Now you have to choose debit. First we choose credit, right? Now you choose debit with the balance interest. Make sure you choose the balance interest. Okay, make sure you're choosing the right option. So B2 is your reference interest rate. Better go and search B2 and then save it. Data is saved. So these are credit interest and debit. The keys are defined. Now we have to enter some values. What percentage of interest you want to calculate, right? Now you have to go to reference interest rate B2. B2. Now valid from. So you will enter beginning of the year. And interest rate I will charge 10%. Understood? Save it under your transport request. Now next step is to create the GL account where the interest will post, right? So we'll check first the OBD4. You guys know how to create the GL. In beginning of the GL topic we learned before you create any GL you need to make sure what range you are going to create your GL in, and range you check through T code OBD4, which is account groups, right? So this is interest expense. We have created one of our group with the name interest expense, right? I believe it's under interest expense, this one, right? 400. Any GL I'll create under interest expenses will start from 400. Next GL will go 400. So we did not so far created any GL under interest expenses. The first GL will give number as 400. Go to the GL creation screen, which is FS00 and user task. We'll create 400. Press enter. It's a P&L account, right? फोर हंड्रेड accounts group.
सर P&L account से हम कहते हैं
profit and loss, right? Expense, right? It's expense, right? Interest, when you pay loan, pay interest on loan, what is this? Expense, right? Not income, right?
Yes.
Right?
Yeah, when we are paying.
Right. Better copy this and then go to control data and then choose the, don't select this only balances in local currency, right? Select line item display, sort key 001. What is sort key, Pangish?
Sort key.
What is field status group used for in SAP?
Field status group.
Yes, we will save the entry and then we'll check, make sure this expense account is created. Interest expense account, right? Is created. 400 is created. Now the next GL we will create so now we have created interest, right? Now we will create one loan account. That is a balance sheet account, right? Because our balance sheet accounts are started with 1, right? Expense with 4. When we learned this when we were creating our accounts group. Now go back and see your range for your loan accounts, right? This is loan, right? Go to your company code and see loan, right? Loan 100, 300, 100, 300, 100, 300, 100, 300. Give me 1 second, guys. Give me 1 second, guys. Sorry for inconvenience. So we'll create one GL account for loan, right? Okay. So the loan, the range is 100, 300, right? Press enter. This is a balance sheet account, and the group is loans, and this is loan account, right? You can bank loan account, anything. This is a freely defined short description, give the long description, right? Anything, term loan account, anything that will be in a local currency, that is coming automatically. Line item display, right? Sort key, you can give 00, 1. Check this box, only balance is in local currency because it's a balance sheet account. Now go to create bank interest tab, give G001 as your field status group. Field status group in SAP helps you to make your field selection either as display, required, suppress during document postings. Then under your loan account, there is one field called interest indicator. So you have to choose your interest indicator that we have created during our configuration. So our interest ID was B2 for your company code 2222, right? And then save. Data is saved. GL is created. So I will not go with the complicated example. This example here is, for example, we took the loan on beginning of the year. In Indian companies, they follow April to March, right? So the first April is their first day of the year. They took the loan, bank will debit, loan will credit for this amount, 5 lakh, right? And then next month, beginning of the month, they repaid 1 lakh out of 5 lakh, so remaining 4 lakh, right? So system will create for first month 30 days interest on 5 lakh, then from the onward system will calculate on 4 lakh because 1 lakh is paid. So on 4 lakh, 335 days remaining, 11 months, 10 months, and then for first 30 days on 5 lakh. So these two interest amount will be added, total will be 40,821. This entry will post at the end of the year, right? Now we'll go, and our last step of configuration is automatic account assignment. So we'll go to SPRO, financial accounting, business transaction, bank account interest, this one, calculation, and then interest postings. Go to interest posting, interest calculation, interest postings, prepare GL account balance interest calculation. OBV2 is the T code. Now you will see symbols, right? There are different symbols, right? System will post to relevant GL based on the symbols. SAP, this is SAP logic, SAP programming logic, where
What does it mean, sir? Different symbols, sir?
symbol SAP has given different symbols to post.
00 interest receive, okay. 002 interest paid. 0011 is
Yeah, we don't have to
for
go with, yeah 002 is for interest paid, right? We are
Do
paying
we need
interest.
to remember this, or they
You
will be
don't,
available?
no, just practice. You don't need to remember anything in SAP. Just practice. So GL paid 2000. This one we are concerned with only these two: interest paid and GL paid. Right?
Rest is for knowledge.
Yeah, this is SAP standard, right? Understood?
Understand.
Now, chart of account, we have to click on account, right? Account symbols, right? So we have to enter account symbol 0002. 0002 is for interest paid, right? That's so many they created. 0002 is interest paid. Currency is INR. So what is our interest GL? We have created 400, 400, right? Right. And then what is the GL? The second one is 2000, right? GL paid, right? What is our, so you can do this, you see plus 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 plus.
Plus where?
This, yeah, this is called masking, right?
Masking.
Masking means, let's say we are calculating interest on loan accounts, right? So in our case we have only one loan account, right? If you are in a, you are working for a bank, right? So they may create hundreds and thousands of loan account, right? So you cannot enter one by one all loan accounts, right? So you can just enter plus 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 plus. System will consider all loan accounts automatically. Make sure you enter 10 times. This is called masking. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, right? It's fine.
Masking.
Masking. Save it. Now save. Now we will post one transaction. And we will post from the beginning of the year. We can post F-02. Now configuration is over. We'll go post, we'll take one loan account. So go beginning of the year for easy understanding.
Why we go beginning of the year?
To make the understanding clear, right? Beginning of the year we took the loan, right? You can enter today's date, then you have to count the days, right? It will be hard for you, right? Understanding.
Oh. Okay.
Now, so what is the entry to get the loan? So 200, 100 is that, what is our bank account? 200, 100, right? What, posting 7 is not open. Oh, 1. This is 1, right? That's why system is giving us the error. Posting period 120, 20 is not open. We have to open the period first, right? How you open the period? OB 52. Give your posting period variant. This one, right? 6 period is open. I'll open between 1st to 6th. Right? I open the period now. Enter. GL account 200, 100, right? Enter. No, 200, 100. Okay, now how much loan you want? Let's see. We will get 5 lakh, right? Same amount. Or you can put any amount. Business area 2222. Value date is beginning of the year. Make sure when you entering a different date other than today's date, make sure you change the value date as well. Value date is check encashment date. So it is loan received. Right now we'll credit the loan account. What is a loan account? We have created, right? Bank loan account 100, 300. Press enter.
Those things we already created, they are helpful over here. I mean, they are needy here.
Yes, exactly, that's true. Now we'll go and simulate the transaction bank account debit to bank loan account credit. That's what here, right? Save it. Document 9 was posted. You can always go and display the document, right? FB03. Now, so we're not gonna make the payment. We'll skip this step. We'll calculate interest on 5 lakh, right? If you repay, you have to post another transaction, reverse, right? And then system will calculate on remaining amount, right? Now I'll go and run the interest calculation transaction F.52. Chart of account is 2222. GL account, what is our loan account? 100, 300, right? You can always go F4 and search for your term loan account, which is bank loan account 100, 300. Next, you have to enter the company code that you are running this interest calculation. The calculation period is from beginning of the year to end of the year. Twelve 2020. Business area is 2222. You can give currencies, up to you. Interest indicator was B2. Right? Under output control, yeah, you can enter the date of lost interest run, leave it, and then a reference interest rate, a date is value date, right? And then additional date is 3, posting date, right? Additional balance line, you can check. These are just the selections, right? Negative interest rates allowed. output control. Negative interest rates not allowed. I don't see negative interest. Where is this negative interest rates not allowed? Anyway, so now we will go. This is the session name, right? Select post interest calculations, update master record, right? And then post business area, double two. You can give the double two area, and then posting date. You can give end of the year 12/31. Document date, you can give the same, and then post segment text as interest. Just enter the description. That's it. So all right, we are all set. Now we have to click on execute. Oh, you have to make sure this date is not 32, 31. Okay, you see the system has calculated the interest. I mean you see it says 366 days, 5 lakh, right? On 5 lakh, this much is the interest system calculated on 10%. Now next year this will be your principal, this will be your interest, so next year balance will be 550. Understood? Right? Any question on interest calculation?
This was interest calculation, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. So this is how you calculate the interest, right? So you can go to menu. We have to. This will be done running the batch input sessions. So you have to go to systems, services, batch input session, sessions, click it, and then on this date, this time, this is our session, right? SM35. Then you have to process. So you can process in the background, display errors only, right? Process it. Posting period 12 is not open. Okay, so we have to open the period. Remember, if the period is not open, system will not post. So we'll go to 2222, open the period 12.
Why it will not?
Because we are posting in whole year, right? December.
Yeah.
So December is not open, right?
Oh.
That's why system prompted the error, right? Right, now we have to run it again. Session completed. Now we will go and check. How I check? I'll go to my loan account, right?
Loan account. Okay.
Yeah, FS 10N, right? Or you can go F.10, right? So 100, 300 is our loan account, right?
ये ऊपर ये क्यों बता रहा है अकाउंट बैलेंसिंग डिस्प्ले?
Yeah, that is FS10N, right? GL balance. You see this balance?
Loan account. We are checking loan.
Yeah, this is loan account, sir. Bank loan account.
Okay.
So we took the loan in the beginning of the year, and we carried this loan for the whole 12 months. System calculated at the rate 10%, right? And then this is our balance. Now you can also check our loan interest, right? Interest loan account, right? There is FS10N 400 we created, right? Loan, interest loan, right? It will show only interest 12 months, right? Today we learned how to calculate interest in SAP system. Now we can check also the document posted FB03. Automatically system will post document number 10 is posted, which will be the interest, right? Same entry is posted, right? And then we can also check the GL. If you go to the loan account, system will update under create bank interest, key date of the last interest calculation, this one is updated. Yeah, from the next we will learn how to reverse if you do any mistake, how to reverse a document by mistake, you do something, how you reverse more than one document.